what you observe in Indian Parliament?
What we observe is that in the Indian Parliament, you have a lower house and an upper house. In Ghana, we don't have those houses. What we have is that we have only one house, but rather we have a council of state that advises the president on matters of state. And also, what we observed was that in India, your MPs don't have their own research assistants, but rather you have a research department that have a referencing department that normally undertake research on specific subjects that MPs request for. Unlike in our system, where in our system we have our own research assistants that we employ, whose tenure is coterminous to that of the MP. And for that matter, at any point in time, any subject matter that we want to be researched on, you just fall on your research assistant and he does it. And we have our own offices in the Princes of Parliament. Unlike the MPs don't have offices on the Princes of Parliament, but the Parliament houses the MPs in a particular area. In Ghana, it's not like that. Rather, MPs are housed outside, but their rents are paid by government. So I think that those are the differences that I've seen. Let me say a very big thank you to the people of India. They are very hospitable and friendly, and I would say the visit has been worth it because we had all the answers to all the nagging questions that was bothering our mind. So we say the visit was highly successful.
It's very unique, and it has a sense of a democratic principle that for 75 years India is practicing, and we have a lot to learn from the way they keep their library and what informed them to have that library, especially the one with the original constitution. We had the opportunity to view the original handwritten constitution, and that one gives us some sense of understanding and acceptance that India, in terms of democracy, is building a very good democratic principle.
We all belong to the Commonwealth, and most of the things are common, just some few differences here and there. We believe that by sharing our experiences with the Parliament of India, they've come to understand that there are some few things we do that they still don't do. For instance, we are open to the media, the public, everything we do, both on the floor of Parliament and outside Parliament, during our committee meetings and elsewhere. Yesterday we had a discussion around radio broadcasting news everywhere with us. They don't have same. We have learned so much also from you. Like Chairman has said, the online system for tracking assurances and other things that you do that we also don't have are things that we believe that's the essence of the benchmarking. And so we believe that there are some few things you learn from. For instance, with our assurance committee, the chairman is always from the opposition, but you have your allied allied parties chairing that. We think that if the opposition chairs, it makes the assurance more solid than you may have. And so even though that it's not a problem, we feel that those are some of the ideas we've exchanged, and it's going to help us in the long run.
Well, I first of all think that your speaker is a very solid speaker. He gave one of the very outstanding speeches at the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association in Barbados, except that he was still a bit tribalistic because all he did was to speak in Hindi instead of English. Besides that, I think that you have one of the very beautiful chambers, both the lower chamber and the upper chamber. I mean, visiting them, almost everything looks like they got them from India and not from outside India. So the settings, the seating and everything, I think that is something we need to commend. I also want to take this opportunity to commend Pride. I think that they're a professional set of people, especially headed by the director, who's also shown us a lot of class, and they've taught us a lot. So, I mean, few things that we took, for instance, is the activities of PRISM. that we may have to look at how to imbibe that in Ghana to do the 24/7, so that PRISM, wherever you find yourself in your constituency, can still furnish you with maybe some briefings, some research, some activity that you need as a member of parliament to get going. And also, basically, I think that there is something that, like my colleague said, in Ghana, we have the opposition chairing the Committee on Assurances. In India, it is an allied, or it is even perhaps, it's actually not stated. There is also no place for the media in your constitution, which I think is not very proper. And there was also one thing I thought about, but I will come back. Let somebody else. Let my yes. The bit about
Finish up.
the bit about sometimes when you have a situation and you have to deal with it.
In one line, what do you think how we can strengthen the relation between India and Ghana on a democratic way and bilateral way?
Well, first of all, I think that we already are very strengthened communities against the backdrop that we are all members of the Commonwealth. And second, we can also do more of that by visiting the respective countries. We think that either Pride and PRISM should be visiting Ghana. The Speaker should be visiting Ghana with his delegation, same as our Speaker and his delegation should be visiting Ghana. We can learn more things.
Your historical sites. And as you said, we went to Agra, and about 500 years ago, we saw some of the things that our forefathers did, or your forefathers did, which shows that historically they did well. And also we visited Mahatma Gandhi sites, and we were told what he did. So this is to tell all of us that India really has something to offer when it comes to history. And we also have to learn a lot from that background.
Ghana and India don't have a different structure. They have similar structure, just as the names are different in a way. And as a Kalakama said, I've learned a lot in terms of how they manage their procedures in the chamber and the committees. Now, I hope that when we go back, we will apply it in Ghana's parliament. Thank you.
And what is your view about the Government Assured and Committee, Indian Parliamentary Committee?
Okay, my view is that it's good that they have a committee in the upper chamber and the lower chamber. Just like Ghana, you have only one committee of assurances. And I think it's strengthening the oversight functions of parliament, and then how they oversee how government operates. And it's a nice structure in India.
I think in a way, it's a way of stifling people not to speak up their mind. And I think in that regard, we will urge that at least India is able to relax that, so that even private radio stations, because the media is the fourth estate of the realm, and if we want to practice proper democracy, there should be proper freedom of the press, so that at least they can air their views. Through that way, we see that democracy will thrive. What we also will learn, we would like to learn, is about the monitoring system. After that one, we've mentioned it. It's something that we are going to pursue the leadership of Parliament of Ghana to ensure that we have that system put in place, so that we can be using it to check the assurances that government officials make on the floor of Parliament, to ensure transparency and accountability, and then the value for money.
संसद टीवी के और भी प्रोग्राम्स देखने के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा YouTube चैनल, और हाँ, इन्हें लाइक और शेयर करना ना भूलें।